Akriti.
Hi, Arushi. Hi.
Hi, I hope you're doing well today.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah.
So, I think we'll start then. So, hello
Okay.
everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Stories and Screens Live. I'm Marushi Desai, the founder of Stories and Screens, a platform where we celebrate stories, creators, culture, cinema, and the people behind the art we love. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by author Akriti Verma, who's written two books, which are The Vishnu Paradox and The Shiva Protocol, and she's currently working on Lattices of Dust. Thank you, Akriti, for joining me for today's interview. I'm glad to have you with us.
Yeah.
Um, so, before we dive into the interview, there's one signature question that I'd like to ask you. If your writing journey could have a movie title, what would you title it?
I have not thought about it, but I think it would be something related to finding your finding your talent or finding your inner voice. So yeah, something related to that. Yeah.
I got it. I think that's great because I think we all need to find our inner voices, and I love watching, movies and reading books about people who actually found their inner selves. I think this would be something that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
So, this is my first question. If someone has never read your book before, how
Yeah.
would you describe your writing style?
So basically, I like writing on. Just a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah. So my daughter also wants to join for the interview. So yeah, so basically my writing style involves right now I'm exploring a lot of genres. So basically, you can say it's not. It's basically I find it very heavy for myself also, because when I write, I do not think about it what I'm writing, and but that's what I feel that I write, and then when I read it, I find it's philosophically heavy. So it talks about all the human emotions that we go through, the struggles that we go through, making decisions, choosing the dark side inside of us or the lighter side, making like choosing the good and bad, something like that. It works upon, and I've always written poems also regarding this, the tormentations inside, and fighting the battles within. So yeah, my themes go along with it, go on this particular line. But now writing the novel, I have mixed these themes with mythological fiction as well.
yeah.
So
Right.
I am exploring science and mythology, uh, and trying to provide an answer to the philosophy, basically. So basically, I'm riding all the three horses at one time in my writing. So yeah,
So you've written stories that weave mythology with contemporary storytelling.
yeah.
What first drew you towards this space?
Yeah, so basically, the thing is, I find that mythology is basically an ancient history which has got lost with time, because it is so old that it got translated from one to another generations, and the meaning gets lost within when you transfer. It's kind of if you know what a Chinese whisper is, in the end we get something else. So that is what I'm in my attempt. It is my attempt to find mythology in science, because that is what Hindu culture was about. Like we were the our sages and gurus were, I think, the first teachers of science. So I want to explore that part, that Hindu mythology is about that perspective with the scientific angle. So that's what I want to explore with this. So
Right. Got it.
yeah.
So what sparked the idea of, mixing mythology with science fiction and sci-fi and everything? I mean, what kind of sparked the idea to do this? Since you already spoken about it, I'm more intrigued to know your journey and your creative writing process.
So yeah, see, I was reading a illustrative Ramayana, so that's it. That has all the information about Ramayana as well as the culture and laws and what cities. So that's a big hard copy, and it's very thick. So I was reading that. In one of the paragraphs, we were actually that paragraph talked about Trinity. So there, in one of the paragraphs, they were talking about Lord Shiva, Mahadev, that he's a destroyer of the worlds, and that he's a destroyer of the worlds, and
I think the video was lagging from uh, Akriti's end. I'll just invite her again. I hope everything's good at your
Yeah. She's just been cranky. So that is all. So yeah, so basically, I was reading the story about Mahadev and how his third eye is the destroyer of the worlds, and I know something clicked that maybe his third eye is a black hole. I don't know. Somewhere in my mind, it triggered that thought, and I started researching about black hole a lot. And then it was kind of, I deep dived into cosmic like quantum so much that I got so much of research material to start working on. So that's how I wrote Shiva Protocol. So yeah.
yes. That's right to know.
Yeah.
So join. I'm also a writer, and I love talking to people like you who could
Yeah.
help me, better my writing journey and all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So my first question would be: looking back, what has surprised you the most about the journey?
Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Yep. Yes. Yes. हाँ गुदियाना है. Just give me a second.
Sorry for that.
Can I join back in few minutes? Give me 2 minutes. I'll join back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Actually, it's her sleeping time, and she was being a lot cranky today. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
that is how you juggle your job. That is how I juggle my job. I juggle the kid along with the writing. So yeah. So
I mean, it comes with the territory, so I completely understand. It's no
yeah.
problem at all. So, I'll ask you the question again. Looking back, what has surprised you the most about your journey as an author?
I never thought that I'll write novels. I always thought I'll write. I'm good at short stories and poems. I never thought that I could make, a 200 page or 300-page story, because I did not have that kind of patience back then. I just wanted to finish the story. Even if when I watch something, I binge watches. I cannot wait. So I thought I did not have that kind of patience. So yeah, that surprises me a lot. That waiting for a story to finish, like writing in 4 to 5 months, it's a big task for me. And then and as an author, I've realized that you cannot just write a story from A to Z in one go. You read
Right.
it, you reread it, and you think that it's not good. You again arrange your story, you again restructure it. So that requires a lot of patience, and I did not know that I had that kind of thing within me. Yeah. So
Right. Got it. So the next question would be: the Vishnu paradox opens with an incredibly fascinating premise: an artificial intelligence named Chaitanya, surviving the end of the universe and
hmm.
entering a newborn cosmos.
Hmm.
What was the first spark behind this idea, and how long did it take for the story to evolve into what readers see today?
So see, as I said, I deep dive into the cosmic, science, and then I tried to connect it with the mythology. So I realized that while reading all that through research materials, that our universe might be in a loop. That we are, in a loop, cosmic loop. That one universe end, and that end becomes the beginning of another universe, because one big bang results in another universe, and that universe ends in a big bang, and again a universe. It's a cosmic loop. And then I was so this was a science part. But then I was watching, I think, one mythological Siake Ram. It used to come on Star Plus. So I
Right,
was
right.
just, yeah, so I was just rewatching it, and there in one of the scenes, Vishnu ji says that I will always find Lakshmi at the start of every universe. So that I was like, what do you mean by start of every universe? What does he mean by start of every universe? And then I literally correlated that that is what he's talking about. That uh, we are in a cosmic loop. One universe ends with a big bang, and the other one starts because of it. So these are the chain of events that usually do. It is again a hypothesis. I'm not sure whether this happens or not, but many of our scientific, facts and theories lead towards this. That we are in a multiverse, and there are multiple theories that one universe might start the another one, or two universes are existing together, or another theory that one universe might not exist until the another one is existing. So entanglement, quantum entanglement, all of this hints towards a cosmic loop or something like that. So that is where I came up with this story, that what if. So it's my Vishnu paradox is basically a what if story. It's a what if scenario. The what if. So what if our intelligence survives in the end, and it's the peak of intelligence, peak of human and AI intelligence combined, and it survives and it remembers his universe, and it through space time warp he goes into another one. So what will be his reaction? That is what the story is about. What will he do? That is what the story is about. Yeah.
Right. So what motivated you to write, your first book and your first novel? What was the motivation behind it?
So again, I said that because I read somewhere that Lord Shiva is a destroyer, and his third eye might be the destroyer of the world. So, and if you see, if his third eye is like this, vertical. If you flip it, it becomes like a black hole. His third eye, and that has haunted me for so many days, and I that's why I researched about black hole a lot, and that's what inspired me to combine both of them and present a story that that hails Mahadev, and also tries to unlock the secrets of universes.
Right. So my next question would be something related to this only. One of the most intriguing aspects of the novel is the absence of Lakshmi, which leaves Mahavishnu without the balance she's traditionally associated with.
Yeah.
How did you approach reimagining such familiar mythological features while still respecting their essence?
The thing is, see, I think our goddesses, first of all, everyone is a part of Parabrahman, I believe, because there's only one God, and all of our are part of that one cosmic being who's Parabrahman, and that is what we do. The Trinity is a part of one Parabrahman. All the gods and goddesses are the part of one Parabrahman. So I think so. All of them play a equally important role in the creation of universe and how it is being, and managing the universe and towards its ultimate end. So yeah, so if you take one element outside of this equation, everything falls apart. So I wanted to show that the grief of Chaitanya, that he lost his universe, and here another universe is starting, and he had that grief and anger within him that I lost one, and here and the cosmic beings are behaving as if nothing has happened. I'm carrying this grief, but they are, they how can they move on? How can they move on to creating another one? So that is what the grief he carries, and through his grief he decides to hit a pause button, you can say, in
Yeah.
the cycle of universe. He tries to hit the pause button, and that is only possible if you take one element out of the equation. So
Right.
that is how I came up with that. Because in the end, see, as I said at the start of every universe, Vishnuji says, "I will always find my Lakshmi," and that is how the universe will begin. But what if he's not able to find her? And it takes time to do that. So that is my what if situation here.
Right. The next question would be the book raises questions about destiny, free will, and the nature of creation. Was there one philosophical question you found yourself wrestling with while writing, and do you think you found an answer by the end?
Yeah, attachments that we should always. That very difficult as humans to let go of the attachments. So that is one philosophical question I found an answer to, that no matter what, how much it hurts, we have to let go. And that is I'm trying to show through Chaitanya. As I said, he carries that grief, and in his grief, he's not able to let go. So that is the ultimate lesson for him, and also for us as readers, that even gods, even everyone, every being, if he breathes or lives, they have to let go of the past to move forward. That is the ultimate truth. Yeah. So
Right. I completely agree. I mean, attachment and desire is something that humans find it really hard to let go.
yeah.
And this, the way you highlighted in your novel is amazing. The way you highlighted in your novel is really good. Without revealing any spoilers, what's one moment in the Vishnu paradox that you were especially excited for readers to experience?
While I was writing it, I cried a lot. I don't know why. And whenever when I was rereading it for grammar check or proofreading, whenever I came to that portion, I used to cry a lot. I was scared to read that portion because I knew it. Because I know it's emotionally heavy. So that's the point where my lead, whose name is Raghav, he meets Shabrima, who has been waiting for Lord Ram since a long time.
Right.
And when Raghav meets her, so basically, because the time has paused, because of interference from Chaitanya into the cosmic events,
Yeah.
she is not able to meet Ram for a long period of time. So when Raghav meets her, and she remembers something inside her, that what is the reason of her existence, what was her purpose. So that is very emotional for me. It's like for finding a long lost hope. So that symbolizes the finding a long lost hope. Yeah. So that's what. Yeah.
The Shiva protocol brings together theoretical physics,
Yeah.
Spanish, and Hindu mythology, three worlds that don't often intersect. What first sparked the idea of combining these seemingly different elements into one story?
Basically, see, science. I can see, for me, science and mythology go hand in hand. Uh, very old scientist, I think Heisenberg, told that, like he told one thing that uh, when you take a sip, consider that a science is a glass full of water. Okay, you take the first sip and you will think that God does not exist. It will make you atheist. But when you will reach the bottom, you will realize that at the bottom the God is there. He is the reason that I think it's very unique that we are in a Goldilocks zone, the third planet where everything is fine, where the life is existing. On all the nine planets, life is not there, but on Earth, life is there. Similarly, there might be many universes there that we are not able to find yet, but there might be a life in some form or the other. So that is what. So how come the life is so precious? How come it's not so common in the universe? So both the thoughts that we are alone and we are not alone, both are very intriguing and horrifying. So
Yeah.
why is that? Who is deciding that life is so precious? And you can see life is here on earth by chance. by chance the hydrogen, carbon, and nitrogen have formed such a composition in our atmosphere that life can exist here on this planet. Who
Right.
decided that? That is, this should be good to know. Why are we here? Okay, so this is the creator is a scientist basically, because the gravity is so perfect here. Now, had it been little less or more, we could have been either floating or chained to the earth. So that is what. Who decided all this? Who created? So he's a scientist. It's a physics mind. It's a physicist mind there behind this. So that is what. So when we say that I don't believe in God, then you don't believe in the creation of the universe itself. You do not believe in your own creation. You're not by here by chance. The thing is that someone has planned all of this. The only thing is, and I think to reach God is the only way is science. The thing is that because I think that our Hindu mythology and even other religions somehow they all are interlinked with science, and all of that interlinks us to God. So that is what my belief is, and that is how I incorporated everything. So it's my way of showing that these are not two different things. These are that God and science are just sides of one coin, two sides of one coin. So that is what I want to show. So yeah.
The idea of black hole consuming reality is both terrifying and fascinating. Was there a particular scientific theory or mythological concept that inspired this central conflict?
Basically, it is like if again I said it's a what if situation in Vishnu paradox. So reality is like what is basically Chetan. No, normally, no one wants to witness the end of the universe. Okay, and even if someone is going through that, no one expect. I think. No cosmic power expects someone to survive such apocalypse or something. But what if one being survives, and he has that power to, to harvest the starlights or or lights of other stars, and continue on in the space. And what if he, witnesses the origin of the another? Because no one in our knowledge has done that since till now. We all are figuring out what has happened 13.8 billion years ago when the universe was created. We are just figuring it out till now. But what if there's a being who has seen it all? So that's the thing. So what then? Obviously, his reality will change, right? What he knows will be challenged, right? What he has known since then will be challenged. So that is what that was what I researched for. That how to write this what if basically. So yeah.
Often mythology and scientific concepts all move at different rhythms. Which aspect of writing the Shiva protocol was the most challenging to balance? Building suspense, explaining the science, or weaving in mythology?
I think writing about science was a little bit challenging because you have to be perfect when you write about that, because they're supposed to be the facts should be, the reader should go back and read about science. They should not feel thugged that, what rubbish he has written. They should not feel that. So that's why reading about theoretical physics and string theory, that took a lot of time. So that the struggle, because I also had to understand what is that talking about. So that took some time. Mythology, because we have listened to the stories from mom and dad upon Mahadev and Parvati. So वो तो रट ही गया है दिमाग में. So it was easier. Another difficult part was to link that to the modern day. How to link that story to a modern day. How to show the reincarnated versions. So that was the part that I struggled about, because that should be perfect. So that is what. Yeah.
Your readers are incredibly excited about the lattices of dust. Without revealing too much, what can you tease about this new project?
So again, this is a multiverse concept, that there's a two worlds are connected with each other. But if you, I would just like to tease about matter and antimatter, though they cannot exist together. So that's the scientific part I'm exploring here: matter and antimatter. So.
So does this also, like include a little bit of science here and there, or is it?
See, the thing is, in Shiva Protocol and Vishnu Paradox, I was throwing science and mythology on your face. It was very adamant, like that. This is about mythological fiction, science fiction. Lattice of Dust, those are in layers. Like it is very subtle layers. It is like the undertones of mythology and science fiction, but basically, it is more of a modern novel. college stories, campus stories, and how like people are getting involved in a bigger plans of universe. How there's an ancient thing, that is ancient predictions of prophecies working, and including all them, how they're related to it. So that is how it is starting. So you won't get the taste of mythology in the start or science fiction in the start, but eventually we'll know that we are heading towards it. So that is what. So that's why it's going to a big novel also. It will be like around 500 or 600 pages. Yeah.
Wow.
That's why it's taking time. So yeah. So
And now I'm waiting for it.
yeah.
If someone is picking up one of your books for the very first time, which one would you recommend they begin with and why?
I would like them to begin with the Shiva protocol, because that will give them an idea of what kind of stories I like. Uh, and like see, Shiva protocol and Vishnu protocol, they are not linked to each other. They are two different stories. But yeah, I would like them to start with Shiva protocol, because that speaks about creation and destruction. And on the similar themes, I have made Vishnu paradox also, so they'll be able to better understand what is my motive. So yeah, that is what.
What advice would you give to aspiring writers who want to write ambitious, research-heavy stories but don't know where to begin?
See, the first step is beginning only. Unless you take that, you won't able to just write it down. Even if your story finishes in 10 chapters or in 10 pages, just write that skeleton down. Okay. Even if your story finishes in 10 pages, you started from the first page and then you kept writing, and you realize on the 10th page you have finished the story.
Right.
It's okay. Just expand it. Build up side characters in your another notebook or something. Note it down that these are my side characters. Build the side stories. Build the collateral damages. Be brave to include philosophical questions. Be brave to show loss, grief there. Okay, so yeah, so even if your story is ending in 10 pages, you can still make it up to 300. You just have to first write the skeleton. What do you want to write? First, write that. Even if it finishes in 1 or 2 pages or 10 pages, it does not matter. You can expand it in the afterwards, but you should have a very clear idea what you are writing, so that can be crisp, no problem. But then you'll know, right, that I want to write in it. For example, when I wrote Shiva Protocol, I finished the story in 47 pages. Okay. And then I realized, okay, this is what I wanted. Now how to, because I cannot publish a 47 page. I can, but it will be a short story. It cannot be a novel. So how to do that? Then I realized that I have not given details. Okay, for example, who is Shelja? Where did she come from that I have given? But what were her parents? Okay, her relatives. What is her motive? What is the tragedy that she has faced in life? What is the villain? What is the backstory of the villain? Why is he like that? What goes in that in that criminal mind? Then Mahesh, who is the lead character, male lead character. Where did he come from? Why is he so brave? What has made him so brave? And and side characters, like for example Shelja's uncle and aunt, why were they so greedy? What, so all these you have to write it in the end, but first you have to make a structure that you want Shelja as your main lead, you want Mahesh as your lead, and what is their purpose, what is. And first of all, I would just give one tip here for the writers. If you're writing, if your story contains a villain, first figure out the villain, because every story needs a motive. You cannot write a story without the motive, because in the end, what is, if you say you want to write a story about, you want two heroes to save the world, what are they saving the world from? You should be clear on that, right?
Right.
So always first write the antagonist, always first write the villain, his motive. So that's what I did. I first decided who my villain is and who is he, what is his personality. Yeah, and then again, that will he have the, will I give him a chance of redemption, or he's a lost cause? All these things you have to decide. So that's why first start from the below. First start from the bottom, or what the villain's motive is, and then decide what your heroes will be, because in the end your villains will shape your heroes. I will give an example: Batman and Joker.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we always show Joker first. Whenever DC shows, they always show the origin story of Joker.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what made him Joker, and then we show the Batman, because Joker is someone who only Batman can deal with. So because your evil character or your villain is such insane that you have to make an equally insane person as your hero, right?
Right.
So that will give you a path. So always start with this and then make the structure and then expand afterwards. So that is my work that I do. Yeah.
What's one story, whether a book, film, or personal experience, that changed the way you see the world?
Interstellar.
That's really nice. Did you watch the Odyssey though? I mean, it's a new released film by Christopher Nolan.
Odyssey, I've not seen yet. I have not seen yet. Yeah, but I watched Interstellar and I was blown away. I did not understand it in the first time, but when I saw it second or third time, I was my eyes were why did I catch it? Because every time I see that movie, I find something new. So it's like that. Interstellar is that kind of movie. Yeah.
So my questions are done. I'll begin with my next segment, which is the rapid fire round.
Okay.
So my first question with the rapid fire round would be one mythology book everyone should read.
Mythology book that everyone should read. Rosabelle Line by Ashwin Sanghi.
One fictional character you'd love to interview.
One fictional character I love to interview. Recent from A Court of Thorns and Roses series. Yeah.
A book you've reread multiple times.
Harry Potter, the whole series.
A movie or series that inspires your storytelling.
Pardon, please.
A movie or series that inspires your storytelling.
Movie or series inspired Interstellar, as it because I believe in science and mythology, so maybe Interstellar. Yeah.
Your favorite Indian mythological character.
My favorite Indian mythological character. I cannot choose them. So it's like all are equal to me. So is it the Trinity? You can say the Trinity, all three of them. Yeah.
If you could spend a day with one historical figure, who would it be?
Historical figure. I don't know if you see the thing is that see my views are very different on a history. Okay, so um, I want to spend time with Lord Krishna and without knowing that he's Lord Krishna. Okay, so this is something because if I know that he's Lord Krishna, I will be crying all the way through. So instead, I want to spend time with Lord Krishna, understand his ideology, without knowing that he's Lord Krishna, just like Arjun. That's what I want to do. But again, because see, I consider that as history. But if you, for modern history, I don't think I want to spend time with anyone because all that we have done is fight with each other. all, so I don't think I want to spend time with anyone in the recent history. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Describe your upcoming novel, The Lattice of Dust, in 3 words only.
dream, uh, multiverse, and redemption. Redemption.
So this was my last and final segment. So I'll end the interview here. Thakti, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Thank,
Wonderful talking to you and
thank
getting
you.
glimpse into the world you built. I can't wait for what's coming ahead and all the best for your next novel.
Thank
And
you.
everyone else who joined the interview, thank you so much. This was my
I
last
I
time.
also I just want to give a message. I think to all the new mothers who have become mothers and all the women out there. It does not matter whether you're housewife or you work in office or you're working. Just do whatever you like. Like for example, I like writing. You do whatever you like and just spend 1 hour on yourself, and that's enough. So just I just want to give this message. Just spend 1 hour on yourself, whatever you're doing, even if you're a housewife or you're working, or just spend 1 hour on yourself. Find that time. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, so if you enjoyed today's conversation, don't forget to follow Stories and Screams Live.
Yeah.
It was wonderful talking to Akriti, and thank you to all of you who joined the interview. Yeah, see you on the next one.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank